Hi, I'm Susan and welcome back to Atlantis Crystals Dublin. David, you're going to continue talking to us about the crystal grid which you prepared last week.
Yes, indeed. Last week, as you know, we prepared our crystals for the grid. We cleansed them. We did the programming for them. And so today we're going to place them in the position that we need them to do the work. It's important to know that we need to be in good form, in a good place when we're going to do this work, because you know the crystals will remember if I'm in bad form or if I'm having a bad day. So I'm suggesting that you just don't do it if you're in that frame of mind. So if you're in good form and you're ready to do this work, then you know, away we go. So what we do is you look at the front door, the physical front door of your property, and work out where exactly the most extreme left and right, north, south, east and west points are of your property, and begin to place your crystals in a clockwise position, starting with the first on the left hand side. So you walk in your front door, lots of people, they have a hallway, the living room might be to the left or the dining room might be to the left, or if it's an office you go in your front door, whatever is on your left hand side, into the extreme corner and place your crystal. Not on the floor, you wouldn't put your baby on the floor. Again, we're doing this with some reverence, so it needs to be somewhere that's visible and away from the floor and with some reverence. So we're placing our crystals with some reverence, and after you place your crystals in this corner, then you move to clockwise around. And of course it would be nice also to start this part of the ceremony by having a candle, and maybe you could have a dinner plate or a tray or something safe, and place these crystals around the candle. The candle lighting is symbolic of Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael, as you know, is symbolic of protection for humanity. So what we're doing is we're asking Archangel Michael to protect the crystals. We place them around for a few moments, and then from that point you take one of each, one amethyst, one clear quartz, and you place them into the corner with the amethyst on the outer side and the clear quartz on the inner side.
Okay. And why is it important that they would be in that particular position, you know, the amethyst on the outside and the clear
Okay, well, amethyst is for protection and clear quartz is for expansion and clarity. But clear quartz also is a very good vessel for holding, so it will hold information. So what we're looking for is, on the way in, we're looking for protection. So we want the amethyst to create the grid of protection from the outside, shielding all dark energy, negative energy coming inwards. And then we want that energy expanded as it comes through the clear quartz. So now we're really getting protected. And then the energy that is contained within, which will be moving back out, gets trapped within the clear quartz. And in the entrapment of the clear quartz, then it takes us back to the cleansing and programming again. So you don't just buy these crystals and pop them up on the shelves and, you know, say that your job is done. You got to come back, and depending on how busy your environment is and how negative your environment is, you got to come back and cleanse them. So remember that the clear quartz is going to hold all of this dark energy. Eventually it will get full, just like a computer gets full. And then when it gets full, what happens? Well, the energy is then released. It flows, begins to flow in exactly what you're hoping is not going to happen.
And David, what about the pyramid? Where does that fit into the grid?
Okay, so the pyramid, by its geometric construction, is a deflector, so it's going to deflect energy. So we're going to place the pyramid. Ideally you place it in the center of the room, or as close to the center of the room as possible. So we're going to place this amethyst pyramid just up in this position here, and it's going to act as a deflector. So you can imagine the grid, which is protecting coming in, and then the deflector sending everything back out again into the corners. Okay. So it's important that you would place that as close to the center of the room as possible, or as close to the house, because remember, if you have a house, you're going to have maybe one corner will have maybe your living room, that will be a corner with which you'll have your crystals in. The kitchen may be on the other corner, so the pyramid needs to be in the center of of the property, not necessarily the centre of the room.
Okay, right. Now, David, I understand you're going to be doing some courses.
Yes, indeed, Susan. We're going to be running a range of courses from the end of February. We will be running a crystal therapy diploma course, which will run for 12 months, 1 weekend per month for 12 months. It's very interesting, very exciting course. And when you finish that course, you would be able to become a practitioner in holistic therapy. We're also going to do simple workshops. There will be a jewellery workshop in crystals, which, as you know, you'll be running it yourself. And also we'll be running the programming and cleansing ritual that we did last week. We will be running that maybe once a month, which will be on Saturday mornings. It will be 2 or 3 hours, and it just gives people a better idea about how to manage their crystals and their jewellery, because it's very important that we understand that the jewellery that we wear are crystals as well, and they hold on to energy. Other courses that we're running, we'll be running a course on body language and understanding body language, and another course we're running will be on colour therapy, which will be also a diploma course run over 8 months.
Okay.
So we have quite an array of courses that are coming up.
And David, I believe you do meditation group here.
Yes, we run a meditation group here every Thursday evening at 6:30, and we're taking just a 2-week break, and then they will be back at the end of the month. So they're beginning again the first Thursday in March.
Okay, and that's you need to book for that, because I believe your numbers.
It's advisable to book.
Right,
yes,
okay.
It's advisable, but people are welcome to walk in. But you know, like when the seats are full, they're full.
Right. Well, thank you very much for that wonderful talk and demonstration, David. Really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. It's very enjoyable doing this work. In particular, grids of protection, I enjoy them thoroughly. So next week we're going to do something interesting again, and we'll keep it as a surprise. And until then, I would like to say, may the light of the universe surround you always.
Thank you very much for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time.